Reggie Hayes lines up in the spread formation, twin receivers to either side. Rattlers are set. Takes a snap. Reggie forced out of the pocket now. Flush running to his left, rolling left, looking downfield, got a man open. It's caught. Maurice Demps. Touchdown, FAMU. Hello and welcome to the Coach Billy Joe Show. I'm Keith Miles, your host, along with the head rattler, Coach Billy Joe. And Coach, the Rattlers journeyed to Norfolk, Virginia, and got away out of there with a win.
We got out alive. We certainly did, just barely by the skin of our teeth.
Yeah.
But we're very happy, quite elated, and really ecstatic over the fact that we came out victorious. We were very fortunate, very blessed, and we have to count our lucky stars and regroup and come up with some new schemes and new concepts for homecoming against Hampton.
Well, Coach, some of the fans are saying Billy Joe's got 9 lives, boy. He pulls out a win some kind of way, and Saturday night it was one of those some kind of way we came up with a win.
It certainly was, because for some reason this team does not have that killer instinct to not go for the jugular. We were up real big on Norfolk like we normally are, but we just could not put the finishing touches on. But we're happy to come out with a victory, and hopefully we can come out with a victory this coming weekend against Hampton on homecoming.
Well, Coach, it was a huge night for Charlie Allen. Charlie Allen tied a single game receiving record and was only a few yards short of tying it for yards. It was a big night for Charlie Allen.
Yes, it was a big night for Charlie. He did an outstanding job of catching the ball. He had some racks, some run after catch. He made some miraculous catches, some acrobatic catches. You have to do that. But for some reason, Norfolk was giving Charlie the catches. They were not playing Charlie. Oftentimes, Charlie would be out there in the slot all by himself. And we just continued to pump the ball to him until they decided to cover him, which they very rarely did the entire evening.
All right, Coach, we're going to come back and take a look at first half highlights of FAMU and Norfolk State after this timeout from the Coach Billy Joe Show.
Everybody plays at the College Football Hall of Fame. Enjoy the sights and sounds of the game. Test your skills in the training center. Encounter the heroes and the history of college football. Whether you're a die-hard fan or a casual spectator, there's something for everyone at the College Football Hall of Fame. Open 7 days a week in South Bend, Indiana. And be sure to visit the Hall of Fame on the web.
Welcome back to the Coach Billy Joe Show. Coach, this was a huge game up in Norfolk, especially as we head now to the home stretch of this season. We really needed to have this win, and if we take care of our business, then hopefully we'll get some help, and we got a little help on Saturday.
Yes, we certainly did. We most certainly did. Hampton went down in defeat against South Carolina State in double overtime. So we need some more help, but more importantly, we need to take care of our own business.
Right.
We need to take care of each team, each game that is in front of us. The game that's in front of us now is homecoming with Hampton. We need to prepare diligently, relentlessly, religiously in getting this victory for homecoming. We have to play the team that's in front of us, and that's the Hampton Pirates.
And on that religious note, amen. Let's go and take a look at first half highlights of the Rattlers and Norfolk State up in William Dick Price Stadium in Norfolk, Virginia, on the campus of Norfolk State University. Coach, a beautiful stadium there, and the Spartans are going to kick it off to the Rattlers to open this game up, and we're in our visiting whites. And Coach, knock on a little wood, the Rattlers are still unbeaten in these brand new visiting white uniforms.
That's right. Maybe we can wear these visiting white uniforms for homecoming. I don't think that'll happen. But the stage was set. It was a beautiful evening, nice warm evening for that part of the year, and it was just an outstanding evening for a great game. And we started off playing extremely well, but did not go for the jugular late in the game.
All right, we get a high snap here, and Damon shanks this kick, And Norfolk State is going to start on the short side of the field, Coach. Right off the bat, we give them a short field to work with. And Willie Mitchell is a new quarterback in their offense. He's a junior college transfer, and he's going to be a good one. He's learning their system, and a little bit later on in this game, he's going to get hurt. And so does William Smith, the outstanding running back right here. And here you see Chris Sessions coming up, and Chris Sessions had a big night, Coach.
Yes, Chris Sessions did a good job last night. He had a real fine game against North Carolina A&T as well. He's really coming into his own. Very, very pleased and very proud of Chris.
All right, the defense holds up. Norfolk State only gets 3 after we gave them the short field, and here we go. We're going to get the ball back, and we're going to get some pretty good field position here. This is Rashard Pompey, Coach, on the kick off, and Rashard sets us up in pretty decent field position, and the Rattler offense is going to, this was going to be a night for the pass, Coach, because Norfolk State did an excellent job taking away the run, but the passing lanes were open all night long.
That is so true. Coach Forte made a decision to really stop our running game. He had too many people near the line of scrimmage. He was dogging, blitzing, stunning, cycloning, doing everything to stop the running game. But of course, if you're going to stop the running game, you're going to leave the passing game open, and we had to take advantage of what they gave us, which was the pass.
All right, Casey moving pretty good there on that ankle, and he's going to find Charlie Allen in the end zone for his first of 2 touchdowns on the night. And Coach, Charlie Allen had 16 receptions against Norfolk State, and he tied a single-game receiving record at Florida A&M with 16 catches.
Yes, that's a lot of catches, and we could have given him 20-25, but we oftentimes would throw elsewhere and get ourselves into trouble. But Charlie was open all night long. They just would not cover Charlie. And of course, I would imagine today they were wishing they did cover Charlie, because Charlie was very devastating to their secondary.
All right, here's Casey again, and here again you see him getting out of there, Coach, and I know you didn't want him to take that hit, so Casey gets down, and here we go, back on defense now. And Norfolk State, Willie Mitchell here is going to toss to William Smith, and we are all over this play. Again, it's Chris Sessions, it's Dwayne Beverly, it's Jeff Green, and on this particular play, William Smith goes out of the ball game, and he was done for the night. He suffered an injury here, and here's Maurice Demps. Demps is going to pick this one up and find a little scooting room, Coach, and he scoots through and sets us up in great field position here now.
That's right. He has an unbelievable return ability. Maurice Demps can cut on a dime and give you 3 cents change. Very elusive, great maneuverability, and excellent speed and acceleration. That's what makes for a good return man.
All right, and we get another 15 tacked on as Demps was hit out of bounds, and Charlie has his second touchdown on the night, Coach. And once again, you're going to see Charlie Allen all over this video highlights here tonight, because he had 16 big catches, 14-3 right now. The Rattlers on top of Norfolk State. All right, here we go, the Spartans. Keep your eye on this guy, number 17, Anthony Owens, Coach, from Sunrise, Florida. You can say it going into this game. We had to have some players that were going to be emotional about this game. I think Andre Harrison was emotional about this game. He's from Newport News. And this kid, Anthony Owens, was certainly emotional about playing against the guys from his home state.
Yes, that's true. His father moved up there to Virginia. I met his father right after the game, and real fine family, and of course, he had a good return there.
All right, here we go. Willie Mitchell's going to connect here with Marky Coyne McKinney. And there again, Chris Sessions all over the field.
Oh, yes. Chris is a real fine football player.
All right, Norfolk State's going to throw the fade pattern here. And, Coach, we actually thought this might have been offensive pass interference, but it's going to go against Wally Kwaku. And here we go. You see it on the replay. And looks like even on the replay, it might have been a little offensive pass interference, but we get the call, and it sets Norfolk State up with 4 extra downs inside the 10-yard line. And, of course, the Spartans here are going to go in with Terrell Johnson, and that is. And he steps in, and the Norfolk State Spartans now trying to close that gap.
Yes, that's right. We thought it was an offensive penalty as well in the end zone, looking at it from the press box, but it was not to be, and sometimes you just don't get all the calls you're supposed to get.
All right, again, Charlie with another big catch. And here we go, Rod Miller with a great catch and a great run after catch. Coach, he had 3 Spartans all over him, and he moves the sticks.
Yes, that's right. Our players are giving it everything they have. They're giving me 110% energy and effort and drive, desire, and determination. And you can't knock that. They're really trying, and there's no quit in those Rattlers. Even when it looked like we were going to lose, the players still did not quit.
All right, Charlie, with another big catch, sets us up in field goal position. And here is Juan Vasquez, and this one, Coach, just a little bit short, a 46-yard attempt. He's already hit a 46-yarder already on the season, but that one came up just a little short. And here we go, back on defense now, and that's Willie Mitchell. And again, you see those guys, that's Jeff Green out of Cairo, Georgia. And how about old Joe Sanders? He had another big night, too.
Oh, yes, Joe had an excellent night. And, you know, he's still playing with a broken hand. He's still playing with a cast. And a lot of guys are sucking it up and doing the best they can with what they have and with the condition that they're under. All
right, here we go. That was Charlie with another one of his 16 on the night. And here we go. That's Charlie holding for Juan Vasquez. And this time, Juan puts it through. And the Rattlers now with 17 points. 17-10 is where we are with about a minute and a half left in the first half. And, of course, Jeff Walker had a great time at halftime shooting that video. And I know Jeff is really having a good time watching it on TV. 17-10, Coach, is where we are at the half. And although we have a good lead on Norfolk State and we're moving the ball extremely well, I know you weren't comfortable at halftime.
No, I wasn't comfortable at all because we wanted to go into the game with a really balanced attack. We wanted to run the ball, throw it, run, throw, just be a little bit balanced. But they were taking the run away from us, and that caught us by surprise because we didn't want to throw as many times as we threw. But that was the only option that they left us, and thank goodness we are able to throw the ball, and had they elected to stop the pass, thank goodness we're able to run the ball. Right. So we're a little bit difficult to defense because of the ability to throw and the ability to run the ball.
As I say, Coach, you always want to have options.
Yes, options.
All right, we're going to come back and take a look at second half highlights after this timeout on the Coach Billy Joe Show.
Come on, guys. We got a lot of checks to write today.
Since it began, the Florida Lottery has awarded millions of prizes. Everything from free tickets to very, very big checks. Last year alone, there were over 100 million winners. So if you want the chance for a very, very big check for yourself, then play the many games of the Florida Lottery, and your name could be in our next big check. When you play, we all win.
I'd like to cash this. It wouldn't fit in the ATM.
Hi, I'm Craig Hornsby, and on behalf of Prestige Infinity, I would like to wish Coach Joe and all the Florida A&M Rattlers the best of luck in the upcoming season.
Thanks, Craig. Winning is the name of the game. I take great pride in being associated with the winner of the J.D. Power Award for Best Luxury Car in Initial Quality, the Infiniti i30 and Prestige Infinity.
Test drive the Infiniti i30 today at Prestige Infinity, proud sponsor of Rattler football. Prestige Infinity, 3355 Northeast Capitol Circle.
Lane coupons will save you money at Somerset Furniture during the Lane Factory Authorized Coupon Sale. Save $50 on Lane recliners like these. Save $175 on this three-piece sofa, love seat, and matching recliner. And save $175 on this Lane leather sofa and love seat. This sale ends September 30th, so hurry to the Lane Factory Authorized Coupon Sale, now in progress at both Somerset Furniture locations, 629 West Brevard and 2810 A Capitol Circle Northeast.
Welcome back to the Coach Billy Joe Show. Let's take a look at second half highlights. Dick Price Stadium in Norfolk, Virginia. The Rattlers kicking off to the Spartans of Norfolk State. And here we go. That is the Spartans as they get a good return here to get started on the second half. And there you go. Good kick coverage right here, Coach. And the Spartans go to work on offense. And it's still Willie Mitchell at the controls right now for Norfolk State, and this is Terrell Johnson spinning and turning, but that is a huge hit by Joe Sanders.
Oh, yes, Joe came to play. He was very physical, tough, reading correctly, did a good job.
All right, this is a great run by Casey here, Coach. Pulled it down and took off around the corner and got a great run out of it, and really good that ankle held up on that run.
Yes, he's still having problems with the ankle, and that's one of the reasons why we had to take him out. He's beginning to limp as the game moves forward, but there you can see him throwing a bullet right there to Paco Junius.
Marco Junius on the touchdown, and now the Rattlers extend our lead to 24-10. And at this point, Coach, we were really beginning to feel like the Rattlers were taking complete control of this game, especially with that kind of defensive play. But this one is not over yet.
That's right, and it should be, because we're a much better team than Norfolk. But we began to make a lot of mistakes, mishaps and miscues and errors, and that's been our Achilles heel. It's just very unfortunate that our MO this year is to make a lot of mistakes, and we just cannot beat a good team like that.
Yeah, we thought that on this particular play, Casey Printer's arm was coming forward as he was trying to complete a pass, and it was ruled a fumble, and Norfolk State gets another huge break and excellent field position here, Coach. And Norfolk State's going to take over, and now Dontrell Leonard is in at quarterback for the Spartans. And, boy, this was almost a big catch for them, but we had 3 Rattlers back there to make sure he didn't catch the ball.
That's right. We're playing good secondary play, and they didn't get too many long ones on us until real late.
Yeah, Leon Scott there deflects that pass and knocks it down. Been funny, boy, if Leon could have gotten an interception on that, wouldn't it?
Oh, my. What we've done with it after he caught it. Take it to the house.
Take it to the house. All right, here's Charlie Allen with another big catch, and you're going to continue to see Charlie make big catches all night long, and Casey was putting it right on the money. There's another great catch by Charlie, and a good run after catch sets us up in excellent field position now, and the offense is on the move.
That's right. Casey and Charlie were hooking up beautifully. Casey was putting it on the money. Charlie was catching it. He has hands like glue. And, of course, he's a big, tough, strong receiver, and there's no reason why he can't get the good rack.
Yeah, and again, another big catch by Charlie. And here we go. This time, this one's going to be picked off by Marcus Gray, and that stuffs out another Rattler threat. And, Coach, boy, if we could have just taken that thing on into the house, that would probably have been that final nail in the coffin. But Norfolk State hung around, and they began to find some new life, and actually old momentum began to shift to the Norfolk State Spartans.
That's right. We're not coming at Norfolk with the killer instinct. We have to really want to nail them to the wall, and we're not doing that. And that has happened a few times earlier in the season. But, you know, that's just part of our character and personality as a football team this year. And hopefully we can rid ourselves of those kind of genes and get going and play some football for 60 minutes.
All right, Dontrell Leonard now in at quarterback for Norfolk State. He was their starter coach for most of the season before they found Willie Mitchell. And Mitchell went out with an injury, and Leonard took over. And he proved that he is quite an athlete.
Yes, they're both very good with outstanding athleticism, and they both did a real fine job.
All right, Terrell Johnson takes it in for the touchdown, and that makes it 24-17. And Norfolk State, slowly but surely, Coach, trying to pull back into this football game and make a great run for it. And it's going to be a fantastic finish. Here's Charlie with another big catch, and the offense continues to move. And right here, we cough it up. Casey fumbles, and Norfolk State takes over on the plus side of the field. And again, we give them a short field to work with, and we're only up by 7. And, Coach, here they come. Norfolk State's coming right back in there, and this is old Terrell Johnson. In some kind of way, Coach, he made it into the end zone.
Right, that's right. And we just cannot, offense cannot continue to put a defense in that kind of position. We cannot turn the ball over and expect to win. Interceptions and fumbles will most definitely lead to your demise as far as your total overall success is concerned. And we're going to have to stop that, or we're going to have a very difficult road to hoe this coming weekend.
All right, that's Shed Copeland with a big interception, because that was huge, because Norfolk State had momentum and they were trying to get a good drive going, a good threat going. Here's Charlie Allen, Coach. He goes 77 yards on this run after catch. This was a big play.
Yes, it was. Just so happy for Charlie, because he works real hard. He's committed, dedicated. He makes a lot of sacrifices for the program. And it's good to see good people do well.
All right, Juan Vasquez, this was an important field goal, Coach, because it put a little distance, and we needed as much distance as we could get. 27-24 is where we are right now, and this one's still not over yet. We're going to put this one on the ground, trying to kick it away from Anthony Owens, and watch what the kid from Florida does. Anthony Owens out of Sunrise, Florida. He finds the hole, and, Coach, he is off to the races.
Yeah, sometimes when you squib it, your runners will overrun the return man. He finds an alley and goes the distance. I've seen it happen many times. But we didn't want to kick it up and give him an opportunity to run it back as well. So 6 in one hand and half a dozen in the other, you know, just pick your poison. And that's what we got on that return, poison.
Well, Anthony went from hero to GOAT in a matter of seconds because we punt it, and he tries to field it. He fumbles it and sets us up in excellent field position. And now, Coach, we've got an opportunity to finally put this game on ice. Reggie Hayes is in at quarterback now, and Reggie is going to get flushed out of the pocket, but he keeps working. The receivers keep working, and Maurice Demps on his only catch of the night, Coach, 25 yards for the touchdown, and that was a big one. Boy, I know you breathed a sigh of relief.
Yes, that was humongous. That was big. That was gigantic. And I tell you, I couldn't congratulate him enough.
All right, and there is Levy Brown. Boy, Coach, I know you were trying to save Levy for as long as you could, but he comes in on his first, second, 2-3 plays of the game, and he comes up with an interception to preserve the victory. The Rattlers win 34-31 over Norfolk State, and now it's time to go to break. And as we do, let's take a look at the final statistics in this humdinger.
So, I hope you like lobster.
Everything all right?
Fine. One of the things I like about Nick's is when I shop there, I know that they'll have my sizes. They have a lot of variety, great colors, and can fit any need that I have, and that's really important to me. I saw a black jacket that I really wanted. I came back to Nick's. In no time, it was custom made for me, and that's why I shop at Nick's, because they deliver that quality of service.
Nick's Toggery, one of Esquire Magazine's top 100 men's stores. Downtown, the Gallery on Market Street, and Nick's Big and Tall.
Around the block, just up your street, with the neighbors you should meet. We live where you live. We're a good friend who really cares. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
See a State Farm agent for your insurance and financial needs. Walt Disney World Florida Classic, presented by State Farm Insurance Companies.
Let's take a look at our players of the game. Our special teams player of the game, Coach Juan Vasquez, 2 out of 3 field goals, and each one of those ones he made were huge.
That's right. He's off to an unbelievable year, very reminiscent of the year that he had as a freshman.
Our offensive player of the week, Charlie Allen, how could it not be? Charlie with 16 catches, 262 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Coach, a new single game season record.
That's right. Quite phenomenal. And the last Rattler that had a day like that was Jaquay Nunley against North Carolina A&T many moons ago.
All right, and our defensive player of the game was Chris Sessions. Chris Sessions, Coach, had a huge night. Chris, I think, had like 7 tackles against Norfolk State, and he's getting better and better each week.
Yes, Chris Sessions had a great day, and I'm very happy for him because he was getting a little bit befuddled and discombobulated over his play, but now he's playing a lot. He's happy. And we're happy for him.
Another one of those K-Rose syrup makers.
Yes, sir, buddy.
All right, let's take a look at the scoreboard. How about this one, Coach? Up in the nation's capital, Howard defeats the Aggies of North Carolina A&T 20-16.
Oh, yes, Howard backed that thing up. Got old Wild Bill.
How about this one? Morgan State in Baltimore, homecoming. 2 overtimes to beat Delaware State, 35-28.
Boy, that's quite surprising. I thought Morgan State would handle Delaware State a little bit better, but evidently, Delaware State's getting healthy.
Yeah, this was huge, Coach. Down in Orangeburg, South Carolina State over Hampton, 47-41 in double overtime.
Oh, that's just phenomenal. What a game. And Hampton's a great football team, and we play them this homecoming.
Yeah, Bethune-Cookman was idle, but they'll get back in action this week. Here you see the conference standings. Bethune now still on top. South Carolina State and Hampton with 1 loss, FAMU with 2. Hopefully we can affect some change in that this coming up weekend.
That's what we aim to do, and our players are all excited. We know that we're in the mix, and we're going to play our hearts out.
All right, the Rattlers taking on the Hampton Pirates coming up next, and we'll talk more about FAMU and Hampton after this timeout, the Coach Billy Joe Show.
Wake up to the Good Morning Show and your best source for news, weather, and sports to start your day. Art Myers, Jennifer Koenig, and Rob Nucatola are the people with coverage you can count on. Plus,
2,500 pounds of chicken are about to sizzle at the second annual hospice cookout to benefit area residents with terminal illnesses. Join us all for more on the next Good Morning Show.
watch the Good Morning Show weekdays at 6, only on WCTV.
It's not just sports. Oh! It's the way we do sports.
It's the sports machine.
Not just highlights.
But oh, do we have highlights?
Not just scores, interviews and stories behind the scores.
I said it on George Michael's sports machine. The Broncos are going to win this game.
You got to check out the way we do sports on the sports machine.
See it Sunday night following the Billy Joe Show on WCTV.
It's that time of year again. When you see a lot of Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts selling popcorn, when you buy popcorn from a Scout, you'll help make these things happen. Please support the Boy Scouts by buying popcorn. It's delicious.
Each day, crimes are committed in our community, crimes that go unsolved. Citizens who want to take an active part in stopping these crimes count on Eyewitness News and Crime Stoppers. Tuesdays on Eyewitness News at 5:30 and 11. Join Gary Bartlett as he brings you the crime team's most wanted. If you have information about a crime, simply call the Tallahassee Crime Stoppers, 891-HELP. Crime Stoppers doesn't want your name. They only want your information. Tuesdays on Eyewitness News at 5:30 and 11. It's coverage you can count on.
The Coach Billy Joe Show. Coach, this week it is humongous. It's huge. It's big.
Yes.
It's bigger than big.
It's bigger than big.
It's homecoming.
It's homecoming.
Lots of distractions and a huge team coming in. The Hampton Pirates, Coach Joe Taylor, very organized, well-respected, an outstanding coach. This is going to be some kind of homecoming football game.
Yes, that's right. And a good friend of mine. And, of course, he has, some Rattlers there. Coach Lee is there. And there's a couple other Rattlers as well. But we're going to take our players off campus, as we normally do, so that we can avoid the distraction and the noise and the frolicking. We don't need to be a part of that. We'll have our fun after the game. You can't put the cart before the horse.
I'm going to borrow a line from you. If they can't get excited for this one, they're dead and they don't know it.
That's right.
Because this is a huge football game.
Oh, yes, it is. It most definitely is. Just because it's homecoming, that makes it big. But also the fact that we have to get past Hampton if we're going to keep our MEAC championship hopes alive. If we're going to three-peat, we have to get past Hampton. If we're going to get into the playoffs, we have to get by Hampton. This is a big game, and we have to win it.
Yeah, got to have tons of Rattler fans in Bragg Stadium on Saturday, screaming and yelling, doing it at the right time, and certainly supporting those FAMU Rattlers, because this one is huge. All eyes will be on Bragg Stadium this weekend. And, of course, we'll have the highlights right here next weekend on the Coach Billy Joe Show. We'll see you then.